Madam Chairman, members of the public, I think it's safe to describe this meeting as our first of springtime, despite the ever-changeable weather, and I look forward to coming out of a challenging winter period with a fresh outlook and energy for the months ahead. I know how hard the winter has been for lots of people, with inflation across the board impacting people's household budgets, causing a lot of stress and some very difficult choices. Those challenges won't go away overnight, and we will continue to be here to support those in need as we head into warmer months. Madam Chair, the Chancellor's budget last week showed that we have cause for optimism in the country's economic outlook, with any downturn not as bad as feared, markets stabilised and inflation showing signs of coming under control. It will be a relief to many that energy support is continuing and that wholesale energy prices have reduced, easing a burden on many families. Here in Surrey and across local governments, we welcome more money for potholes and an expansion of free childcare, as well as the anticipated transfer of local enterprise partnership responsibilities to councils. This will further empower our local economic strategy as we push ahead alongside Surrey businesses and education providers in developing the skills and workforce for the future. It is clear that this government is recognising the importance of strong local government and will continue to work with them to bring benefits to the wider sector, but most importantly to the County of Surrey. Madam Chair, members, as I regularly point out, this Council is an ambitious one. We have clear priorities and challenge ourselves all of the time to be better. We have a vision and guiding principles, and we have developed the right culture to help us get there. However, I know that talk is cheap. I can stand here and say what we want to do, we want to do this, or we have a strategy to achieve that. But what matters is what we deliver out in our communities. What we are actually doing or have been doing over the last few years to improve the lives of people in Surrey. How exactly this council is making Surrey a better place. Well, members, we are delivering, and we should be proud of what we've delivered. Just this month, plans for a brand new school for children with additional needs and disabilities in Dorking received planning permission. And the Department for Education have agreed to fund another specialist free school in the north of Surrey. These will be excellent modern buildings with first-class facilities to give young people a great start in life. There is another huge boost for parents, alongside the 700 additional school places for children with additional needs that we've already delivered over the last 3 years. With 200 more places available this September, this huge increase in provision tackles a very real problem of children with additional needs, often having to travel far outside their own communities to school. Our action and delivery on this issue is helping those often vulnerable children go to school much closer to their homes, improving their well-being, life chances, and lives of their parents. We're also delivering real-life improvements for adults with additional and complex needs and those growing old in need of extra support. We're building new, modern, state-of-the-art accommodation here in Surrey. We're transforming how care is delivered, focusing on what each person really needs, where their strengths lie, and how we can keep people active in their community for as long as possible, rather than the traditional residential care home model. 725 new extra care homes, brilliant places specifically designed to help older people to live independently with their own front door in the community with companionship and support. And an increase in supported independent living accommodation for adults with learning difficulties and those with mental health needs. Again, modern places for people to live with the right level of support to boost independence and improve the quality of life and life chances for some of our most vulnerable residents. This is hugely important. This council is investing in improving people's lives, people who need us most. The biggest part of our budget is spent on adult social care. It's not something that all residents will see, and many even will be unaware that the local council is responsible for this type of care. But addressing health inequalities requires a genuine partnership approach. We continue to work closely with Surrey Heartlands and Frimley ICSs, as well as the voluntary community sector and social enterprise sector, to find better ways of delivering improved health outcomes for our residents. And I particularly look forward to the publication of the Hewitt Review in the next couple of weeks, when I'm confident that the recommendations will accelerate the focus on that partnership working. But we're also serious about using all the technology, innovation and expertise available in this area to deliver the best possible care when people need it. This innovation and forward thinking is essential if we're to make sure Surrey is a place fit for the future. Soon we'll announce a nationally leading rollout of electric vehicle infrastructure with the UK's single biggest contract for EV charge points. Thousands of new charge points for Surrey residents to enable an electric vehicle revolution starting here in this great county. Our ambitious move in this area demonstrates both our commitment to a greener future and also our understanding of the barriers residents face when wanting to do their bit for the environment. Well, this council is removing those barriers in a very real way. Surrey will be the place to switch to electric. Further evidence of our commitment to rethinking transport and actually helping residents to change the way they travel is our on-demand bus service. Again, this council has delivered a pioneering service that is benefiting residents in their everyday lives and helping tackle the climate emergency. You only have to read that great local media outlet, the Surrey Live website, to see the impact of our electric accessible Mole Valley Connect service. As they put it, a lifesaver on-demand bus service is taking passengers door to door for shopping, medical appointments, language classes and more. Madam Chair, this is what local government should be all about. Real, useful solutions to improve people's lives and deliver long-lasting positive change. Thousands of journeys across one district, reducing car use, connecting communities, helping people socialise and access services, cleaning up our air and saving the planet. I'm confident all members here will echo the thoughts of residents Beryl and Alison Wood, who described the service as simply wonderful. We're rapidly expanding the bus service across the whole of Mole Valley and into Waverley and Guildford, and I'm determined that we will roll this service out even further over the next 12 months across Surrey. More delivery, more lives improved, more cars off our roads. And for those people who are still using their car, indeed quite a few according to our recent inboxes, we are doing the basics and getting those potholes fixed and roads resurfaced. A continual and never-ending challenge with utility companies constantly working on our highways. I know how annoying it is for car users and cyclists alike, especially at this time of the year with potholes appearing and worsening overnight. It's dangerous as well as unsightly. We've stepped up with over double our number of teams out on our 3,000 miles of road in Surrey. They're not superhuman and there is a finite number of them, but they have accelerated their work, starting to clear backlogs and completing over 1,000 repairs every week. That's even more than the number that are actually being reported to us. I think the Chancellor was probably lobbied by every councillor in the country on this issue, as well, of course, famously Peter Martin, the former deputy leader here, who lobbied ahead of this budget. And after all, potholes don't just occur in Surrey, and thankfully the Chancellor has provided some additional money to help tackle the problem. But here in Surrey, we allocated resource months ago, and even more in our capital budget for roads maintenance last year, this year, next year, and every year of a Conservative administration. I know potholes will keep appearing and residents will understandably keep complaining, but we can't resurface every road as quickly as we'd like. But members, we are delivering, we are fixing our roads. Madam Chair, we're also planting trees. As pledged, we're pushing ahead with our ambitious target of 1.2 million trees by 2030. Surrey, as you know, is the most wooded county in the country, and something that we're rightly proud of, and an accolade indeed that we intend to keep. The 125,266 trees we've planted so far not only helps us keep that title, but they make our country and county healthier, improving the air Surrey residents are breathing and the environment we are living in. This tree planting is accelerating further and faster, even doing our bit here at Woodhatch. Something else that residents will start to notice over the coming months is our rewilding project for roadside verges and roundabouts across the county, now that we manage these spaces directly. More wildflowers, more insects, improving biodiversity and absorbing more carbon from the air. This council is making Surrey a better and greener place. One project that probably encapsulates the level of our ambition best is Your Fund Surrey, delivery of grant funding directly to communities. Tens of millions of pounds dedicated to improving the places in which people live. Projects funded and already complete include the wonderful family garden in Claygate, the 3G pitch for South Park Sports Association here in Reigate, the Limpsfield Way cycling and walking trail, Weybridge Men's Shed, and the new community picnic area in Tatsfield Village Green. With millions more committed to successful applications all across the county, including a community shop, playgrounds, community centres, recreation ground improvements, community swimming pool, more sports clubs, the legacy of this project is being felt far and wide. Indeed, I encourage all members to work closely with their communities to identify suitable schemes that can and hopefully will be transformational for local residents. Real, tangible delivery benefiting communities, making Surrey's towns and villages even better places to live. Madam Chair, we're also directly supporting those in serious financial need across the county. The last year has been extremely tough for many people, with rising costs squeezing household budgets and tipping more people into difficulty. Councils are here in many ways to redistribute wealth, using council tax to deliver services that prioritise those most in need. Things like adult social care and children's services provide a lifeline to our most vulnerable residents. But we also provide immediate help to those people who are facing a financial crisis through our Surrey Crisis Fund. In the last 12 months, we've received more than 4,000 applications, approving 72% of them. We've paid out $323,000 to help people buy food, toiletries, and pay utility bills, and a further $425,000 on white goods and furniture to more than 800 households in emergency need. This is a sobering example of the level of need in Surrey. But we are here, delivering in real terms for those families most in need. We've stabilised the council's finances, we've transformed our service delivery in many areas, though I fully appreciate there is still more to do, particularly for families that have children with additional needs. And we are seeing improved inspection outcomes. We continue to build strong foundations foundations that have seen this council deliver for our residents during COVID, and foundations that will see this council deliver on its ambition that no one in this county will be left behind. Madam Chair, all of this investment, improvement, innovation, it all delivers towards our 4 key priorities. It helps deliver a greener future, stronger communities, a growing economy, and better health outcomes. Pulled together, all of it helps us in reaching our ambition that no one is left behind. We're working closely with our communities and our partners. We're forward-thinking and ambitious. We're clear and transparent about what we're trying to do. We are focused on delivering for the people of Surrey. Madam Chair, when things go wrong, we'll fix them. When things could be done better, we'll do it. We'll keep at it. We'll keep improving. We'll keep delivering. Because this council's leadership and this council's workforce are committed to making Surrey a better place. Thank you.